What's going on, guys? It's the Cowboy King of Entertainment. I'm back with another video, and guys, I figured it out. I know how to save Destiny, and I know how to save Marathon. See, most people are thinking you either A, gotta keep Destiny and kill Marathon, or B, you gotta keep Marathon and kill Destiny. But I single-handedly figured out how to save them both. So this video is gonna be epic. And now your mama knows. Oh, man. Gaming, vlogging, podcast, movie reviews, product reviews, every birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day is on this channel, and more.
And now, your mama knows.
All right, guys, so check it out. Just hear me out. Imagine if Marathon was announced from the beginning to be a part of Destiny. Now, you're going to ask me, what do you mean? Well, think about it. Destiny has Crucible, which is PvP. Destiny has story missions where you can fly all around all the planets. Destiny has Gambit, which is like a type of game mode where you go against other people but technically don't fight them until they jump through a portal. Destiny has all these other things like raids and nightfalls, and they've added so many iterations in one game, like the Sparrow Racing League where you're racing, like all different type of game mechanics. Guys, it would have been nothing to simply say there's a far out planet that this ship called the Marathon has their own guardians that's going to explore that planet. And you could have been in the same hub, the tower, and you got the, all the different enemies and creatures all over, right? And simply you go to that part of the, the tower, right? Let's say you go to that part of the tower or on a different planet, right? It doesn't matter how you get there. And then you decide to choose these different guardians. So that what would make it special is you wouldn't take your same old guardian. You would take one of these different guardians, which would have been the characters from Marathon, which would have all their abilities and their features and what make them special. But it would have been in the Destiny universe, and they would have been called Guardians, and you would have gotten a ship, the Marathon, and flew out there and went to that planet, and it would have been an extraction shooter. And guys, I got the icing on the cake. Imagine if you added all the content from Destiny 1. So you was able to go from the tower and go to all the different places that's on Destiny 1. And on top of that, imagine if you had all the content that was ever in Destiny 2, all the stuff that they took away, they brought it back, and then you add Marathon. So you was able to go from all the different contents from Destiny 1, 2, and Marathon, everything. Guys, I'm done. This would be, I'm just saying, this would save everything under Bungie. And then they could be working on a Destiny 3. Guys, I don't know what to say because I just figured it out. Just think about it. It would have worked. It would have worked. Now, you might not would want to have the aesthetics look the way it looked. Marathon looks really flashy and colorful. I think they would have kept it looking kind of like what Destiny looks like. And, the characters would have looked a little more Guardian-ish. But, guys, it would have worked. Like, you would have literally had those people get powers just like people got power, Destiny and Guardians, and it would have worked. And on top of that, you could have still made it be a $40 expansion. They would have announced that they're bringing a new mode that is $40 because it's going to be something they constantly put content with. This would have allowed them to bring what they have in Marathon to Destiny and find old people, right, that don't like Marathon because they feel like Marathon's conflicting with Destiny, or the people who do like Destiny and think the ideal of Marathon is cool, but maybe they just feel like they don't want to transition over. You would have literally got Destiny players to say, oh, I want to play Marathon. I want to give it a try. You would have had newer people who are not into Destiny. If you market it right and just said the Traveler gave these people powers and their guardians, but is like a separate game mode, so it has its own guardians that's separate from your guardian. That would have made newer people who are not into Destiny say, wait, I know what an extraction shooter is. I've seen Arc Raiders and Rust and, all these other ones, right? And this looks kind of cool. It's straight PvP heavy. But it's in the Destiny universe, but you're not using the Destiny characters. So they could have marketed to new players and old players. And maybe it would have been some special stuff you got that could have worked in the regular Destiny universe, but it didn't really impact it that much. So people who wasn't into Destiny, it was only in the marathon. Because I used to play Destiny and be heavy into the PvP. Now still I was into the story as well, but PvP was my thing, right? There's some people who just like Gambit. Like, guys, I'm telling you, this could have single-handedly saved Destiny. It would have worked. It would have made sense. I was just thinking the other day, like, if they just merge both games together, like literally, it's like those games being separate are their own competition. And of course now Bungie is like, well, Destiny's going to end on June 9th, but we're going to keep going with Marathon. Because you made competition. But if you kept it in the same world, I'm telling you, like there's so many different games, Hunt Showdown, like all these different extraction shooters. Some people always bring up, guys, it's a lot, okay? And I was going to say some people bring up the Division, right? And the dark mode or dark zone or whatever, right? But just imagine if Destiny was able to say, from the makers of Bungie, in the world of Destiny comes Marathon, which is a part of Destiny. Or I wonder if it would have been a way for you to buy it without Destiny. Well, Destiny is free now. So still, I feel like it had made sense for you to go through the hub of Destiny, but you would have purchased that expansion. And they would have made it clear. It's not a story that adds to Destiny. It's a new game mode in Destiny. Then you'd have had new players come to Destiny from Marathon that might not get into Destiny. Guys, I'm telling you, this would have worked. This would have saved Destiny. Bungie, if you're listening, maybe it's not too late. You got this petition for Destiny 3 that got, almost 300,000+ people. Listen, hear me out, because this would have saved Destiny and Marathon. Because now you got people boycotting Marathon. People don't want to play Marathon because they feel like Destiny is dying and Marathon is surviving. Guys, listen. This is the way. I'm just saying. This would have saved it. This would have saved it. Alright, guys. Well, that's what I got. But let me know what's your thoughts. Give me your idea of what you think could possibly save Bungie, Destiny, and Marathon. Or should they just scrap both of them and start working on Destiny 3? I don't know, but I do feel you could have brought them together. And maybe it's not too late. Maybe they can still pull it off. But with that being said, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I just hit 4,000 subscribers. Thank you to everybody who subscribed, all the channel members. And with that being said, and now your mama knows. Oh, man.
I'll make you famous. Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
Gaming, vlogging, podcast, movie reviews, product reviews. I've been vlogging my life since 2011. Every birthday, Christmas, Valentines Day is on this channel. Even my honeymoon in Mexico, swimming with sharks, and more. So whatever video brought you here, check out the playlist with that same type of content.
And now, your mama knows.